Hello Collision fans to Under the Scaroscope. I'm Fedora, and today we're going to be talking about the 2013 mystery thriller, In Fear. Before I get onto the movie, let me talk a little bit about the production company. Now this was made by a company called Big Talk Productions, and this is actually their first full-length movie. Before this they did various episodes for various TV series. But the funny thing is that their latest project is Marvel's Phase 3 headliner Ant-Man. So it's quite an ambitious jump, and I thought that was quite interesting. But as far as In Fear goes, sporting its cast of 3 whole people, is a movie about this young couple. They meet up in Ireland for a music festival. Now they're going to meet a whole bunch of their friends at this place where they plan on camping, but the guy Tom, wanting to impress the girl Lucy, decides to book them into a nice fancy Irish hotel the night before the music contest, with obviously hopes of getting laid. So he books up the hotel, and they're led to this area by this mysterious van, who the brochure says would lead them to the hotel, and it leads them to the entrance to this hedge maze, where the rest of the movie takes place. Yeah, it's not an exaggeration. The entire movie takes place with them lost in this hedge maze. And you'd think that would get really boring, but, well, for your average audience goer, I suppose it would. But for someone who's looking for that intense feeling of suspense and claustrophobia, it's quite a smart move, because I felt it took a lot of inspiration from Steven Spielberg's Duel, the movie where the car driver or the salesman is chased through the desert by that truck. Because they're also pursued by this mysterious tormentor. About an hour into the film, with them driving around in circles every now and then and getting more under each other's skin, they pick up the third cast member, a mysterious hitchhiker by the name of Max, who, when they first see him, he's bleeding quite profusely from his head, and he claims that he was attacked by the tormentor. But let's be honest, with a cast of 3 people, you know he's the guy. Pros. Now, for unknown actors, I'm going to have to give the 2 leads quite a bit of props. Now, they weren't playing like roles where they're in a supernatural situation or anything like that. They were basically just playing 2 kids lost in a maze. And for that, I think they did really well. I mean, they displayed all the like classic things you would go through. You'd fear, you get angry at the other person, you'd snap back and forth. So for that, yeah, I'm going to give them props for that. The tension was really good. I mean, the moments where they weren't just driving around in the dark when they were out of the car, it played heavily on them being lost. I mean, and the tormentor coming at the right time to like play with their heads a little bit. Yeah, I mean, for such a cheap situation and setting that it was in, I mean, it really managed to build quite a bit of suspense. But as far as cons go, with it being set entirely in this one location with these single actors, it is going to lose like a large amount of audience. I mean, it's narrowed down to a very specific group of like viewers, so it may not get at the appreciation that I feel it might deserve in this case. But saying that, a big con for this is going to have to be Max, the I'm not going to say killer, but the villain. Because his motive for this movie, he explains it, I'm not going to give it away, is left very, very vague. Basically, it boils down to a confrontation that happened off-screen between him and Tom in this pub that they visited before going into the maze. He talks about it a little bit in the film, and when he explains it, the impression that I got was literally just, you did all this to them because of that? But really, this is just kind of nitpicking. I really enjoyed the film. As I said, it's very driven to a very specific kind of audience. But as I was a member of that audience, I gotta say, I found it very tense. I held my breath a whole awful lot for being such a cheaply made film in a single setting. Yeah, I found it really effective and really enjoyable. So that's all we have time for tonight on Under the Scaroscope. I'm Fedora. Check out some of the other fantastic channels at Collision, or my channel, Splat to Have One, and my show, Oh the Horror. And we'll see you next time.
Too late, to all of